Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is about an Ethiopian analyst, educationist who was arrested second time a few days ago. She has been released on bail, or her bail has been granted by a court. Secondly, TPLF leadership could be in Addis Ababa in the next 2 days. Some reports are coming in about TPLF's entry in Addis Ababa reportedly. And thirdly, 2-day long meetings were held in Bahir of Amhara Prosperity Party, where Amhara Prosperity Party middle and lower level Prosperity Party officials attended these meetings. Top Amhara PP and top Amhara PP leadership and Oromo leadership was there. A Speaker of House of Federation, Speaker of House of Representatives were there too. And they faced some very tough questions. Amhara PP middle and lower level party workers are disgruntled, frustrated. What did they say? Details for you. Firstly, viewers, an Ethiopian journalist, she is an educationist and analyst, has been granted bail. This is the second time that she was arrested in around a year. Her name is Meskeram Abera. She was arrested a few days ago and at a court in Addis Ababa. She was granted bail for 50,000 Ethiopian birrs. Second time that Meskeram was arrested in the last 1 year or so. Has she been released? It's not clear, but court granted her bail. Tadio Stanto is still in prison, has not been released so far. Meaza arrested twice. Meskeram arrested twice. Why do I report about their arrests, about their release? It's difficult to speak your mind in Ethiopia. For journalists, it's not easy to speak. So those who are in Ethiopia, Meskeram, Gobeze Sisse, Meaza Mohammed, and others, who criticize the government, they risk their lives. They're arrested, they're imprisoned. Still, they have the audacity, courage to speak. That is why we share what is happening to them. I do not agree with most of their views. Some of their views are of hardliners. At least they have the guts to speak. If all go silent in Ethiopia, government will have its way. So there are some who are challenging the government, though we might not agree with whatever they are saying. But at least they are speaking out. That is why we share with you their arrests, their releases, whether they are from Amhara, Oromia, or Tigray, or other regions of Ethiopia. Secondly, TPLF leadership could be in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. PM Abiy, Prosperity Party are going to host TPLF leadership in Addis Ababa. It is being reported by several news sources now that on Christmas this week, reportedly TPLF leadership will travel to Addis Ababa. We could see Debrat Singh Gabriel Mikhail Gatachoreda in Addis Ababa at palace, at Ethiopian palace in the capital city of Ethiopia. That is what we have learned. No official confirmation, but reportedly progress, a lot of progress has been made in building of trust between TPLF and Ethiopian federal government. The two sides are gradually coming close. Disarmament ongoing, withdrawal of military ongoing, not completed. have been reporting about their presence in Tigray and progress being made towards establishment of an interim setup in Tigray. And we could see announcement of release of prisoners as well. Charges against TPLF leadership will be dropped. It is going to happen. It was agreed in Nairobi, Kenya, reportedly. So you could see dropping of charges against TPLF leadership, and we could see release of prisoners as well. Tigrayan prisoners, Tigray speaking ENDF members, TPLF leaders, and other Tigray Peopleation Front officials could be released in coming days. And we could see some major announcements on Christmas, on Epiphany. Let's see what happens on Christmas and Epiphany. In January last, if you remember, PM Abiy announced the release of political prisoners. Jawar was released back then, Bakle Garba too, Hamza Barana and others. TPLF leadership was released too. Some TPLF leaders like Sabbat Naga and others, they were released too in January. Again, January 2023. So we could hear more good news, more announcements from PM Abiy in this January as well. Coming to today's question. One point which I want to make, viewers. We're talking about building of trust between Ethiopian federal government and Tigray regional government. It is happening. But for lasting peace in this region, there must be some sort of constructive engagement between Tigray leadership and Eritrean leadership. That is the only way to ensure lasting peace in this region. Otherwise, you'll keep on seeing exchange of hateful remarks and words between the two sides. Last year's top Prosperity Party leadership faced some very tough questions from Amhara PP party workers. Today, a long meeting was held in Bahirdar, where more than 3,000, around 3,000 Amhara Prosperity Party, middle level and lower level party workers delegates attended. Yilkal Kifale, Amhara president, was there. Agano Tishagar, former Amhara president, now serving as Speaker of House of Federation, was there. House of Representatives, Tagasi Chafo was there. Oromia Regional President Shimalis Abdisa was there too. He faced some very tough questions. Amhara PP party workers accused him of being behind ethnic cleansing of Amharas in Oromia. On Volkait issue, people expressed their anger. Amhara Prosperity Party workers said that why is that idea of referendum is being floated to decide the future status of Raya and Volkait? Was any referendum held when Addis Ababa's boundary was marked? Was any referendum held about other regional, when other regions were created? If referendum is to be held, it should be held in Matakal as well, in Bishoftu too, in Dire Deva too. So no referendum. Amhara Prosperity Party workers rejected idea of referendum in Volkait and Raya. They questioned Agano Tishagar as well. That Agano Tishagar was saying that Volkait was Amhara, and now ideas of referendum are being spread and backed by some circles. So some very tough questions were faced by top leadership from Oromia and Amhara regions. It seems that Prosperity Party workers, lower and middle level, they are frustrated, they are disgruntled. They supported Fano in their speeches. They opposed arrest, detention of activists, journalists in the Amhara region. It has been ongoing for months now. So overall, people express their anger. Amhara PP party workers express their anger, and Amhara PP party leadership, Oromia regional president Shimalis Abdisa, Agano Tishagar, they just listened mostly. They could not satisfy the people, satisfy the ranks, lower and middle ranks of Amhara Prosperity Party. Tensions are now very visible within Prosperity Party, within Amhara Prosperity Party. How will this leadership keep the party united? At least an effort is being made. We must appreciate that Amhara and Oromo leadership is tolerating the criticism. It is trying to appease their support base, trying to appease disgruntled elements in the Amhara region. At least it is happening. Prosperity Party, led by PM Abiy, is trying to keep itself united. That is why these 2-day-long engagements, interaction happen. So can this effort succeed? That remains to be seen. Overall, party is seeing internal problems, and problems are mainly Oromo-Amhara rivalry for dominance in Ethiopia. Now, when TPLF has been sidelined as a main political party in Ethiopia, now we are seeing this start a fight for political dominance in Ethiopia between Oromo and Amhara factions of Prosperity Party. Thank you for watching.